Don will get the prize. Don will get the prize.
All right, I'm Margo Blacklaw and I run Mental Health Awareness. And what I'm going to talk to you today about is mental health and mental health issues and how you need to look after yourself as well as how else can you look after other people. So we're going to start with me first of all, and I'll just tell you about myself. I did at University of New South Wales, I did psychology, sociology, I've done a counselling course, I've got a lot of clients that we deal with all the time, and I've got people that work with me in the disability services. I think it's really important that you've got to walk the talk, whatever you believe. And I just believe in everyone having good mental health, and I think we can all achieve that, which I think is very important. Also, my husband here is on the camera. Has it got record, Graham? I hope so. Otherwise we'll have to do it all again. We'll have to do it all again at 12 o'clock, if that's all right. And I ran a talk in National Seniors, and guess who was there at National Seniors? Yes? Gwen? And Gwen said, would I come and talk today? So I'm very excited to come and talk to you today and tell you all about mental health. Okay, so that's me. So let's get started and have a look at what mental health actually is, because we are talking about it. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. All right, well that means you're well on your way if you can see that. That's fantastic, isn't it? Okay, so mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual realises their own abilities, they can cope with normal stresses of life, they can work productively, and they're able to make a contribution to their community. So you're feeling good, everything's going well, and you've got the mental health. So that's really good. So we'll do the definition of mental illness. Mental illness, on the other hand, is an illness that affects a person's thinking, emotional state and behaviour, disrupts the person's ability to work and engage in satisfying personal relationships. And there's always two red flags that I have. As soon as someone says, I don't have any friends, I go, oh right, there's my first red flag. The second red flag is, I haven't got a job, I've just lost my job. As soon as those two things go, then I go, oh gee, I think there could be just a little bit of a problem there as well. Okay, so let's have a look at statistics around this. This is why this has become so important. So we're going to have a look at mental illness. This is just in Australia, and this is just last year, that 16 to 85-year-olds had 1 in 5 in Australia between 16 and 85 had a common mental illness at some time over the last 12 months. That's 1 in 5, that is 20%, that is 3.2 million people. Yeah, that is a lot of people, isn't it? Just last year had some time. Now, when I'm talking mental illness, I'm talking depression, I'm talking anxiety, I'm talking psychosis, which can lead to schizophrenia, and I'm also talking, I don't want to scare you either today, I don't want you going, oh God, gee, you know, it's all wrong. But it is, we need to be aware of things like that, you know. And also now, an addiction now is a mental illness. So that includes you know, alcohol and drugs. And you don't have to put your hands up, but I'm looking around the room. Who is a hoarder? Don't put your hands up. That is a mental illness. But I'm sure your houses are perfectly clean. I'm sure they are. I'm sure you only have 1 toothbrush and 1 knife and fork. I'm sure you wouldn't have anything more than that, would you? Because hoarding is now classified as a mental illness. We've got to be very careful of that. Okay, so let's have a look at continuum. Okay, mental health continuum. Let's have a look at what happens here. Okay, we go from poor mental health way up to good mental health. Now you can be going, oh, but you know, I feel good at the moment, or I don't feel good. So I looked this morning, I got dressed up, then porridge all over me. It wasn't me, it was actually my husband. He spilled all this porridge all over me. It wasn't my fault. Then I start driving. Yeah, can't get to the turn off from the, I think it was the M4, anyway, whatever I was on. So I had a bit of a problem there. And then I get here and I had a lovely cup of coffee, and then I saw all your faces. And I went, oh my God, guess where I am now? Right up here because of you guys. So thank you so much for that. You've just been fantastic seeing your faces. Anyway, but things can happen, can't they? You know, like something might happen this afternoon. They'll go, oh, someone's rude to me, or someone's, you know, whatever. Your mental health can go down. Now, I'm not saying, so say you go, all right, I've finished work. Have you all finished work? Yeah, okay, you finished work. So you go, well, I don't have to work anymore. I didn't lose my job. I decided to finish work myself. So that's very stressful, isn't it, to go from work to not work, and what are you going to do with your life? But you've got talks like this, so it's fantastic, isn't it, you know? But the other thing is that, or you might go, we're going to downsize now, we're sick of our, you know, 5-bedroom house, all the kids are back home. Let's actually race and get out of here because they might come back. So that's quickly, let's get down to the studio. Is anyone in a studio because they don't want their kids to come back, or have the kids move back in with the studio? That's a worry, isn't it, when they actually come back and they're going into the studio. You know, and you're on the couch, and guess who's got the king bed? Anyway, but it doesn't matter, we're not going to. It's lovely, we're so lucky we have children, aren't we? We really are. All right, so things can happen, and that's all okay. You're a bit more stressed because you're moving or whatever. But it's when you get stuck down here. When you get stuck down here, that's when you've got to do something about it. That's when it becomes a problem. And they even say, look, if you're depressed for 2 to 4 weeks, you've got to get to a GP. So if you're finding, oh, I don't want to leave the house, I don't even want to leave the bed, I feel so down, I don't know what it is, go and see a GP. You don't have to put up with it. Go and get some help and see your GP. Now, I want you to talk to your partner now and tell your partner where you are on this now. Tell your partner where you are and why. And why. Okay, I'll give you a minute to talk about where you are and why, and swap over. Swap over. When people don't understand, what do people with a mental illness get called? Has anyone got any ideas in society what they're called?
Politicians.
Politicians, that's very good. Yes, excellent. Yes. What else? Well, what are they called? What are some of the awful words that people with the mental illness are called?
Oh, they're weirdos.
Yeah, weirdos. Good, yeah, they're weirdos. Absolutely weirdos. What else? They're what? They're what?
Lunatics.
Lunatics, yes, they're lunatics, that's right, exactly. Has anyone heard of Psycho? Yeah, Psycho. There was the movie Psycho, you know, wasn't there? It was awful. Or what about nuts, crackers? You know, they're relating to food as well. Why do you think there's a problem with that?
They don't understand.
Yeah, good. They don't understand, do they? They don't understand what's happening for the person. Why else would people speak like that about them?
Because people are so unpredictable when they're depressed.
Yes.
They're very changeable.
Yeah, they're very changeable, they're unpredictable, you don't know, you can't rely on them, can you? What else?
They don't understand.
Yeah, they don't understand, and there's a lot of ignorance out there, isn't there? And there's a lot of fear. A lot of fear around it all as well. Oh, the stigma. Oh gee, we're not going to tell anyone. Oh God, I can tell them about my broken leg when I fell over because I had too much alcohol, but I'm not going to tell them why. I'm just going to say I didn't see the curb, you know, doesn't it? Wouldn't it be great if you could say, look, I had 20 drinks last night and I fell over. Didn't hurt at the time, but just the next morning it hurt. You know, so that's important as well. Okay, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at risk factors. Okay, these are risk factors in developing why you may get a mental illness. Okay, family history. Well, we can't change our mum and dad, can we? Actually, I'm sorry, I forgot that. But anyway, we can't change that. Family history. Your mother might have been an alcoholic. Your father might have, been depressed. We can't change that. It still doesn't mean people are going to have, a mental illness, but there is a risk around it. Physical, if you have a car accident or you've suddenly got a long-term illness, that can affect your mental illness, can't it? It's only normal, of course it's going to. If you're a bit more sensitive, you know, you find that you're crying a lot more than other people, you know, or your temperament, you know, you get hurt a bit more easily than other people. Anxious person, some people are a bit more anxious than other people, aren't they? So they get more affected. And what about lack of sleep? Oh my God, one night, aren't you absolutely mentally ill? You know, straight away, just one bad night's sleep makes a huge difference, doesn't it? All right, and then people might have suffered child abuse. Something in the past might have happened, down to trauma. Poverty's a problem, isn't it, to people with poverty? And divorce. You might have even decided to be the one to divorce. It still has a major effect on you as well. Now, one thing that I always notice is that people are on TV and they go, actually, they say, why are you so successful? Why are you a great golfer? Why are you a great tennis player? What is it? And they go, Mum or Dad, it's always one of them, always said, it doesn't matter what you can do, anything you like, you're going to be successful at it. Don't you think? You know, they always say, Mum and Dad said I could do anything I wanted in life, and I knew I was going to be successful at it. And that seems, so one important thing is being a charismatic adult. That's all we need. We need a charismatic adult to help us through life. That's going to say, go for it, you're all right, you can do whatever. Because, and I want you to sort of work out who was your charismatic adult in the past. If you didn't have one, who are you a charismatic adult for now? Okay, so, or if you're not one, who are you going to be when you leave here? Who are you going to be a charismatic adult for? So tell the person next to you who you're going to be the charismatic adult for, or who was it? Was it your mother, your father, was it a teacher? Who was it that was your charismatic adult? If you had one, if you had one. I'll give you just a minute to talk about that.